back to our adventure. Alright, we recording for reals?
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, just go ahead and
Okay,
speak
good. Alright, so we're back. And you guys defeated the Kraken with the help of the Giants. Or I should say, you helped the Giants beat the Kraken. The Kraken dropped out 2,000 worth of gold to each of you. Or, well, for the whole crew, I'm sorry. to all of you. Each of you got it. The Giant says, in a broken common, he does say, "Thank you for your help."
You're welcome. What will you do now? As I speak in Giant.
And he speaks in Giant again, we will carve and create a new home for us in this world, in the ocean.
How did you guys get here? Because from what we were told, the giant Colosseum fell and a lot of giants came out of it.
The Giants Tournament.
Please explain. Do elaborate.
Every 50 years we get together and we battle in a Colosseum to see which giant tribe will lead the giants to a new era. Through a new era.
Do you know how your Colosseum came to our world?
No, we do not. Probably through magic.
Magic of some sorts. Well, we do welcome you, humble, peaceful giants.
Yes, we are peaceful. We are clearing the oceans of monsters.
Thank you for doing that. There might be but as you are probably not aware, there is a great battle of good and evil going on around here, and we were hoping if you'd be able to help us with that when the time comes.
We will protect the seas.
And not online?
Only the seas.
Okay. Sounds good. What is your name?
Tell him to remember my ship.
Oh yeah, don't his ship is good. Don't destroy it, please.
We will not destroy any ship unless they are evil.
Yeah. Good.
I am Vardog.
We're not evil.
Vardog. Are you giant tribe? Giant leader tribe? Tribe leader? There we go.
I am...
What was his name again? Vardog?
Vardog.
Vardog.
Do I have to write this down?
If you would like to, you don't have to.
I
don't write anything down.
I am Horgarn of Breeze, the lineage breaker, and these are my humble subjects.
Whoa.
Wait, hey, you can't understand that. I'm speaking to giant. And we are the heroes of light.
I see. You have a wide variety in your kingdom.
Yes, we do. We are traveling to the southern continent to try and rescue my father.
May you be successful in your journeys, Horgarn, the lineage breaker. And may your subjects serve you worthily.
Hold on a moment. Is there anything you guys think we should ask of these giants? These awesome giants. They said they will help protect the seas and fight against evil and clear out the seas of evil monsters. And yeah.
Your name's Horgarn?
Horgarn. Yeah.
The Kraken's head.
If you could put it on the ship, that'll be cool.
Oh, would it be?
Provide us some meat for the journey.
Would it be kind of you to place the Kraken's skull on the front of the ship for us as a trophy of sorts?
It is a giant Kraken, gigantic, so it's big.
Mm-hmm.
He says, with our powers combined, we can probably shrink it down, or at least give you part of the Kraken's skull.
Kraken's skull too big. They're probably gonna have to
Screw the skull.
You don't want the skull at all?
Not if it's too big.
You could have part of it.
How big is the beak?
Part of it.
The beak would probably be about the same size as the spike, so it's a pretty big spike on the end.
We'll take the spike and replace it with the spike I already have in the front.
And you take the beak and the
Whatever.
You could always have the beak with the spike going through it.
Oh, like a mouth?
Let's do that.
Triple
Right.
spike attack.
So
It's my ship!
It's my ship. So you can see that they reach in.
I think they're rolling for performance.
Yeah. So 2 of them get a good grip, and they just kind of rip the mouth out and the beak out from the Kraken, and it's just this empty gush of blood dripping down. And they say, "Where would you like, Majesty, King Horgarn, where would you like the ship to be? Or the beak to be?"
In the front.
Yep, in the front, yeah.
You know, like
I'm just acting as middle language man now.
Very well. And he kind of readjusts it where the beak is by the spike underneath it. Yes.
I want to fill my bag of holding of Kraken blood.
Whoa.
Kraken ink.
Kraken ink.
All over your gold and stuff. You can put it in, if you have some vials, you can put it in.
Okay. Are there any
Benefits.
Do you have any empty barrels?
Yeah, we have an empty barrel of
Would be empty alcohol barrels.
alcohol barrel.
I would like to fill one.
We have many barrels. We drink a lot.
If I touch the wood, I touch the blood.
Go ahead
with the wood and see if
and
anything happens to it.
roll a survival as the barrels are brought up by your crew.
And another barrel for rum.
Why don't you let
Kraken
me
rum.
do it? Go ahead. Go ahead and do your thing. I have a +9 to survival,
Oh, you can do it.
No,
Oh, I
he's
have
not
to.
the one asking about Kraken blood. You are.
Well, I got another 4.
Okay.
Wow.
You go and it's spilling everywhere from the blood. Like the giants are trying to shake it to get the blood in there, and it's just dripping everywhere. You get maybe half of, not even half.
Well, I'm
Of the
in
barrel.
the barrel. Trying to fuck me out.
They do lift you out of the water. By the way,
Thank you.
one of the giants lifts you out of the water.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's a handout.
Yeah. The blood does eventually, it doesn't, there's no longer running blood, but, there's a lot of black ink, black blood like ink.
Thank you for doing it.
But it's all over the side of the ship and stuff too. You get basically half of not even half a barrel, like I guess a quarter of a barrel.
That's still like 10.
Yeah.
20
So it'd be, you probably get, you get like,
At least a gallon.
We could poison the whole city.
yeah.
So that's not my intentions with it. But
Yeah, so you get basically a gallon's worth of,
a gallon?
like 1
Okay.
gallon worth.
Okay.
So like when the giants are, you're trying to get the blood, and the giants are basically, shaking it out, and the giants make a bit of a mess.
So we'll wipe it out.
The dark cloud does disperse, it does disappear, just leaving the black blood dripping, but that'll go away in time. And with that, the giants.
I do ask of the giants one last thing.
Yes.
Or anything else if you guys don't have any other questions for the giants. Are all the other giants friendly as you are? Great Majestic Balrog.
We, for the most part, tend to keep to ourselves. Our firekin are more grouchy. If they don't like you, they may keep you as a slave.
Alright. With that, and nothing else?
And our cloud brethren are not so friendly either.
What kind of giants are they?
They're storm giants.
Storm giants.
But we all get together in peace for the tournament.
What world are you guys from? Or plane? Or whichever.
We are from a different world long destroyed.
Different world long destroyed.
Yes.
So how do you guys get together for the tournament?
We travel through our Colosseum to new worlds.
So you... Oh.
And we inhabit the other worlds, breeding. And then every 50 years, we gather back in the Colosseum to fight once more.
In a different world?
In the Colosseum.
But your Coliseum just popped out onto our world.
Correct.
So your world existed, or was it destroyed, or what?
Our original world was destroyed.
Oh, so you came from a different world, not your original world.
Correct.
Okay. Were you gonna say something, Alicia?
You should ask them if they might be able. I don't really know how to have them do this, but like, if some of our enemies are crossing the seas, if we could somehow get them to try and stop them or slow them down.
We will keep the seas safe.
Also, quick question: can you ask them if they have any beer?
I don't think they have any beer. What?
Giant beer?
You guys got any giant beer?
The one with the hammer.
Mm-hmm.
This is Torgrim.
Torgrim.
Yes.
Can we get wasted with Torgrim?
I am Vardok, and this is Orgrim.
Torgrim and Orgrim?
Yes. Grandfather and father and son.
Okay.
And then there are several other giants that do appear out of the ocean. You know, several other storm giants that are off in the, far off areas doing their own thing. Torgrim he pulls out this giant flagon, this giant pouch, and he pours some of it into the barrel, the clean barrel, not the poison barrel, the clean barrel. And
Poison either way.
Somebody rip all that
And he
ink on the
said-
deck.
so he said, Torgrim does speak something, and he says, "This is really strong stuff. Be careful, little man."
Cheers.
And he sees you, and he takes a drink. Go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw.
What's that?
Dear.
Roll your dice.
10.
Okay. What's your con modifier?
Plus 3.
Yes.
I'll go to
13?
your-
Plus 3.
Yeah, you take, one sip of this, and you just get smashed.
Belligerent.
You just totally get smashed up as...
It's a bonus.
What was that?
What's it called? The bonus?
Wait, is it Constitution saving throw? or
Yes,
just
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, so it's 16
Okay,
because it's.
well, you are still smashed.
Oh.
Yes.
Because this is
19.
some really strong stuff.
So, does it count as poison?
No, like the proficiency.
Because I am resistant.
You're not poisoned, you're just
Drunk.
drunk.
So no liver poisoning.
Yeah.
Oh.
You just drink this and everything goes really blurry just real fast. And you're slurring your words as you speak. And
Good stuff.
yeah. Oh well, he doesn't understand you, but this is strong stuff. And he puts the pouch away. And he does laugh. The water does shake around as his belly jiggles in the water. They speak in giant, and they basically speak to each other, and they say, "It is time to go further into the ocean.
Alright, take care.
We bid you farewell."
Is there a way to summon you if we need help? Like a horn? Like a sea horn?
Seashell.
Roll a persuasion.
Better roll good. None of us have inspiration.
Persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
So 14.
14. He pulls out, it's a giant horn.
Can you shrink it?
Well, I mean, it's like, it'll fit on the ship, for sure. It might take up the full deck space. Or at least half of the deck space, anyways.
Shrink it.
But it's a big horn. There's
Shrink
no
it.
way you're going to carry it.
We should just attach it to the...
Can you strap it to the side of the boat?
Strap it to the front.
Yeah, it's like the horn of gun.
The invention of the blowhorn.
Yeah, it would be almost like Helm's Deep. Where
Just
it's
like
a big
attach it to
horn.
the front. Just like, do not blow. I'm like,
So, he can attach it to you. Whether or not the ship stays afloat with all that weight might be a bit of a different story.
We could donate it to the city.
But he's willing to try it for you. Well, he's willing to try it for you, Horgarn. Because you are a king, and these are your subjects.
Yeah, man, negotiate.
Wait, shrinking or putting on the boat?
Either on the boat or putting it on at the city somewhere.
Take it into town. Hey, we'll kill the Kraken for you.
Let's go on the boat and see if that the boat will start to.
Oh, and they use the thunder to sear the beak onto the boat.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, let's try and see if it's going to pull down the boat.
Okay.
Bad.
Where would you like to attach it? On the back, on the front, on the side of the ship? Keep in mind you have cannons on the side, so it probably wouldn't work on the side.
It's only going to fit on the deck, is it?
Pretty much.
The deck it is.
Okay. You try to put it on there. He sets it down on there.
Married man.
Go ahead and roll me a strength. Just roll me a strength check. Yep, D20.
9.
Plus your strength.
Yeah.
Plus my strength.
I help him too.
Do we all do it? Or?
No, just him.
Plus 4.
Plus 4?
I can't help
13.
13. Yeah, you would probably. It does stay afloat barely. Like, it's definitely going to be really slow, even with the good current.
Shrink it.
There's no shrink in it.
Yeah, there's no shrink in the horn.
Leave it.
Unfortunately.
Okay, well, it's obviously not going to.
If you had this is a pretty big ship, but if you had a giant, a huge ship, you could probably hold it on.
Just give the giants back their horn.
Yeah.
Did we just
give the Giants
get to
back
the
their
city
horn.
already?
Yeah, that's just it's not gonna work on this boat. If you just deliver it to Karn and put
Just
it in
throw it to the city.
Yeah, put it on a watchtower.
Takes out half the city.
Put it on a watchtower or something.
We will drop it back. What is the city of Karn?
Where?
Yes.
We walked through it.
A city of Bikini Bottom.
Well, I know where it is.
The city of Karn?
Yeah, from where we're at the.
Yeah.
I should be able to see
you
it,
would
right?
know, yeah.
It's over there.
The city you walk
The city, the visible port city that away, because we're only 300 yards.
About 350, 400.
Yeah, that's we can definitely see.
Yeah, you would be able to see it.
Yeah, so that right there, the Karn. As I am pointing to Karn,
Yeah.
that's some random place.
Yeah, Torgrim takes the hammer and he starts walking that way, or heading that way, and
hopefully there's someone at Karn that can speak giant. Otherwise, these giants are just going to come and drop a giant seashell in the town and leave.
Just
Write her name on
when
it.
they get to Karn, just tell them from for Horgarn.
okay.
Yeah, pretty simple.
This one, yeah, they speak broken common.
Yeah, so for Horgarn.
Okay.
Horgarn.
This is how Amazon was made.
Alrighty. With that, I don't think there's anything else.
Alright, let's get on our way.
They basically give you a blessing in giant where they say, "May the sea carry your sails favorably," or "May the sea carry your ship favorably."
Thank you.
And they start to go, or they go away. The crew, in a very happy mood.
We're gonna get some drinks.
Give them all a shot.
Oh wait, no, they're all just getting a sip of the giant beer.
Dragon drunk.
Giant beer.
They start to bust out in song. Or, in the chow hall. And they're gonna bust out in a song. Because they're very happy. There are females on the ship.
Oh, I was about to say, man, what are you?
They're more of the cooks.
Oh, okay.
Stereotypical scum.
Alright, and then eventually you guys get to port. I would play it more for you, but I don't want to take up the whole time with music.
We play a short rest.
Yeah, it'll be a short rest.
Did you write that song?
No, no, it's on YouTube.
I was gonna say
that's why I didn't play the whole thing because I only wanted to play a short clip of like 15 seconds. But yeah,
Next one I expect you to write us something.
sure, I can.
A little diddle.
We do not own that song. All rights reserved to blah blah blah.
It's fine. It's like 15 seconds. They can't copy strike
A
it.
guy got copyrighted for 4 seconds of a Weeb Away song. You can be copy striked.
Yeah, that's because I love YouTube. Anyways,
Google can hear you.
eventually, you guys do arrive into port. There's this giant beak with razor sharp teeth in it, or attached to it. And they actually, the giants put some of the teeth on the side of the ship, so when people try to board it, they might get cut by it if they're not careful.
That's awesome.
Behold the barco.
And you guys do arrive into this town. You can see that the weather, compared to the city of Karn, the weather seems very humid, very dry and hot. Well, dry, humid.
Human intro.
Okay,
You
it's
live in Utah?
parts of it. Yeah, parts of it.
Okay.
I mean, look, Utah. If you've lived in Utah, part of it gets very humid
Okay.
in Utah, and some of it gets dry.
Okay.
But it's definitely more dry, more sandy terrain, more coarse, rough. Some aspects of humid because it's by the ocean.
So we probably don't need our cold defense, our cold resistant rings anymore, huh?
Well, just keep them on just in case. They're just rings.
But you
Vacation
guys,
time to hit the beach.
We could deactivate them.
yeah, you can unequip them if you would like to. You guys come. I need to pull up my town place.
Has any of us ever been to the southern continent?
No. Nope. Mainly, he probably would have visited once in a while as an orc, because the southern continent, excuse me. The southern continent is...
Lord Flatulence.
Sorry, the south...
Is that the town's name? Town of Flatulent?
No, they all fought, guys. Flatulent. No, but what it is this southern continent definitely is a place where it's a little more lawless, in the sense of they have very basic laws in terms of...
Ooh, it's a lawless land, the Wild West.
Sort of, yeah.
Wild, wild south.
But yeah, this as you pull into, there is an open port, and you pull into it where essentially visitors park dock their ships. You can see that there is a giant sign, essentially, that says the Port of Mor, M-O-R. A lot of these people are, the majority of the people, as you dock your boats, you can see there's a lot of, essentially, brown skin. They're mostly brown-skinned humans. There are a few fair-skinned humans, some black-skinned humans. Mainly, they're humans that populate this area that you have.
Colored humans.
People of color. Okay. But most of them tend to be brown. Light-skinned brown and some dark-skinned brown. There are a few cat-like people that are walking around.
Cat-like?
Cat-like.
Yeah.
Khajiit!
They're not Khajiit, they're
Tabaxi.
Tabaxis, correct.
Can I be a cat person in a future campaign?
Sure.
I imagine Halle Berry every time.
There are also, you can see that there are birdmen.
Birdmen.
Yep, they're walking around.
This is why nobody comes here.
Because there's a whole bunch of freaky stuff.
So there are some cat, there are some bird. You can see very few. They look like
horse people.
No centaurs. You hold on. You can see that. I mean, there's just a bunch of races there, but for example, you can see some bird. You can see that there are obviously some dragonborn. There are a few elves walking around. Obviously, there are some orcs, half-orcs, humans.
Dwarves?
There are a few dwarves. There are these folks that are scaled. Not dragonborn, but they look like lizards.
Lizard people.
Lizard folk. And then there are these blue humans that have these really sharp teeth. And they're carrying they're carrying tridents.
Oh my god.
Atlanteans.
What are those? Those sound cool.
They're called tritons.
Where are they from?
And they're like from the underwater sea, basically. They think of like the lost city of Atlantis. They live in the water, in the ocean. And then there are some turtle races, some turtle people walking around. They are there as well, but there's only a small handful just walking around the city. They're not really walking around the city. They're merchants. They're selling stuff, trading. And so there's an armadillo-looking type race as well, and they're sitting in the marketplace. So you see a wide variety of races of people there. Obviously, there are there are some people in chains, some slaves in chains. And, I mean, it's just it's basically a slave city, so most of their income and their trade comes from trading slaves. And as well as it's a very coastal rich city, so there's a lot of fish markets. There's a lot of stuff. One of the brown skinned humans, they look at the ship a bit in shock and awe, as they've never seen this giant beak, and razor sharp teeth sticking out onto the side of the ship. And you guys do dock your ship. At this point, I am going to open this up for some role play time now. If you guys would like to spend some time role playing, if you would like to.
What languages mainly spoken?
They speak a common, but each race speaks their own language as well. But this is an opportunity for you to kind of do some role play, explore some town, figure out where you want to go, and go do it.
What time is it now?
It's 11:30.
What time is it in the...
I'm sorry, in game. My apologies. So you guys left early morning, so it's about roughly afternoon, so 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
All right. Well, me and my men are gonna go to the bar.
Okay.
You're drunk still, aren't you?
You are drunk, by the way.
It's called pre-gaming.
Pre-gaming, I like it.
Oh my god.
I like it.
Well, I'll let you guys get on your way.
They are parents.
That's true. What is the wrong?
And so the Captain Balrog is going to head to the tavern. He's going to head to the inn with his crew. And they say, yeah, sure. I'm going to get me the biggest woman I ever saw.
Oh, whoa.
Turtle woman.
What?
He said a nice turtle woman.
Gonna rock her shells tonight.
Oh my god!
I'm just kidding.
Oh, man. Anyways.
Shell shock.
Anyways, so the captain... Jeez. Welcome to the midnight showing of the Dirty 20.
It's not even midnight yet.
Just getting close.
Mid-afternoon.
So you see that Balrog takes off with his crew, and they're going to head to the inn. What would the rest of you like to do at this time? Well, you are still in your inner body.
So, I don't get to control anything?
You can talk with her if you would like to talk.
Do we know that it's a Nepis, or
you do see the blue hair? It is blue hair.
Oh, it's blue hair. Oh, hello, Nepis. How are you doing?
Her eyes are white.
Yeah, and her eyes are white.
white
You're
eyes.
invited to
What
the
heck?
bar if you want to come.
Okay, Nepis isn't gonna get with any of you.
You like Turtle Woman.
But then again, a Nepis is a Nepis, so
Correct.
What is an episode?
She has her own desires. And
I mean, I
Is
figured
it
like
Nepis?
being
Your
locked up for
opposite?
50 years and not having.
So Nepis is like,
One of the
Maybe
previous
just
heroes.
yeah, she is
She was
like a
locked.
personage inside my staff.
Yeah, she was locked inside the staff.
it's a sentient weapon.
And
So I
Epis
can
sounds
call-
like she wants to party.
I could use a good drink.
Anybody else?
It has been a while, after all.
Well, actually, now that I think about it,
Nepis,
Probably-
don't do anything I'll regret.
I would never do anything.
So we can't hear
are you
her.
sure?
Correct.
That you never do anything.
We don't know who this is.
Yeah.
But actually, now that I think about it, the bar would be a good place to gather some information.
That is true.
One for the team.
So why don't we all go to the bar then?
Okay? Is that what you guys would like to do?
And kind of like ask around on what's going on and stuff.
I want to go to the market. Anybody interested?
I'll go to the market with you.
I'll come with you.
So 3 people are going to the market. You're gonna.
Me and
3 are
me
going
and
to the bar.
Nepis.
Yeah, Nepis will join you and the captain to go to the bar.
All right, Nepis. Yeah.
So we'll start with
Some money.
But I like
we'll start with the
by way.
marketplace first,
Okay.
and then we'll go with the bar second. So the group who's going to the marketplace: Kalsifer, Hesken, and Pilar. You guys walk into the marketplace. You can see that again. There are several people walking around. There is this small. They're tiny, about the size of a halfling, but they look like they have shells over them. They look like armadillos, basically. And they look like they are, peddling, wheeling, and dealing. One of them has monocles on, and he's kind of, hunched over in his shell. He basically, he's kind of overlooking, some numbers, writing stuff down in his book. But there are several merchant places. Each of them are going through their books, they're selling stuff. What would you guys like to do at the marketplace?
They're all armadillos?
Not all of them, but there is a group of them as you first walk into the port. They don't, right now, he's too busy, he doesn't really see you, he's just kind of looking over his finances right now. But what would you guys like to do in the marketplace?
Do you want to try and sell that poison?
No, I was thinking about it and thinking about how do you do there, sir?
Hello. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I have a question for you.
Yes.
What is the market for Kraken blood?
Kraken blood.
Yes. Have you heard of such?
Well, most people tend to pay tribute to the Kraken for safe seafaring and voyage.
Yeah, well, let's just say that this one's not going to be taking any sacrifices anytime soon.
I mean, I must be honest, I didn't think Krakens were real.
Well, they definitely are. You can see our boat right out there. You can see his beak and his teeth on us.
Yes, interesting. And you say this is Kraken blood
Yeah, yes.
that you're carrying with you?
The best way to sample is to give it to one of your buddies.
No, don't do that.
Or to one of your competitors.
I like it.
Yes, I like this. What price are you thinking of? I'm sure we can come to some type of an agreement.
Remember, it's rare.
Yes. I don't know either. How much would you pay for a vial?
Vial. So 1 vial?
1 vial.
Well, 80 gold pieces. If it was indeed real, of course.
Kalsifer, what do you think?
I don't know. 80 gold pieces. It's not something I would give it away for.
Yeah, it sounds pretty low for Kraken blood.
Okay, 100 gold pieces.
I'll sell you 1 vial of Kraken blood for 100 gold.
Yes. Okay, it's a deal.
I got out my cloak, one vial of Kraken blood.
We have probably like what, 4 or 5?
How much is a vial?
You would probably get, as far as the total of your vials, you probably would get...
I would think like 20 vials.
I was going to say maybe 20, 25 vials worth of this Kraken's blood.
Say 25 vials, because I want to save some for Karn, and maybe we can do something with it.
Maybe.
So 25.
He takes it, he gives you 100 gold. Yes, this is... Yeah, but he says, thank you for your business. I must admit, I was hoping to get a little bit of a fair deal as I am your friend in town, after all.
Of course. Maybe...
You received a vial of blood from a legendary beast that you would have never came across for only a mere 100 gold.
And you didn't even know that it existed, too.
Well, of course, for all I know, you could be scamming me.
Why don't you try it?
If you thought it was fake, you wouldn't have offered 100 gold.
I didn't offer 100 gold at first. I offered 80 gold.
But you didn't bargain very much after we said no to 80.
Well...
Only a shrewd salesman would know what they have on their hands, and I think you're a shrewd salesman.
Why don't you make it worth our while? What can you tell us about the city and outsiders coming through besides us?
Well, we recently received a new shipment of slaves coming from the city of Karn. Or at least they came from the city of Karn about a day and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the slaves have already been dispersed by now. The rare ones, such as, well, yourself, of course. Some who have been currently over into the High Palace, the High King's Palace, serving as guards, or as slaves over there.
Okay, the rare ones who went to the palace.
Yes,
okay.
Rare ones. Even ones such as the Tabaxis and the Aarakocra people, they're slaves as well, some of them.
That's definitely good information that I needed.
What do you have to do to become a slave here?
It's very simple. You go into debt or you lose. You lose your freedom.
Going into debt's the only way?
Yeah, that's one of the ways, yes. Or a family member goes into debt and they can't pay it off. Then they can sell their child to basically get out of debt for the most part, or to serve in their place if they're too old.
What do you know about the traders?
Not much. They claim to be a part of this group called the Brotherhood, but other than that, I don't really tend to get too deep into people's personal lives. I tend to deal mainly with business.
Right.
But slavery's not a part of my deal. I tend to deal with goods that don't talk back. Well, but yes, anything else I can help you with?
Was there anyone else with the Brotherhood members that brought the slaves? Specifically interested in an orc female.
I mean, we have several orc females. You can go down to the brothels and check some of those out.
That led them.
Oh, well. No. I didn't see any orc female. But then again, I wasn't necessarily focused on them and their slave trade.
Was there anything in particular that caught your eye?
Other than this rare blood of Kraken blood?
The Kraken blood wasn't around at that time.
No, but no, it's more like recently nowadays there are more and more of these fanatical cults popping up within the deepest parts of the southern jungles.
Southern jungles?
Yes, yeah. Even in the desert lands, the wastelands.
Okay.
Very fanatical like cults. They tend to cut blood and cut themselves and all that crazy stuff. Worshipping in some type of tongue. I don't know.
Sounds demonic.
I guess. I mean, all I know is we tend to keep to our burrowed cities, so we try not to deal much with the outside world except for the few of us who are clever enough to come up here. And
can you point me in the direction of a cartographer?
Yes, map maker.
That's what a cartographer is.
Yes. Yes. Sure. Down that way, down the east end of the market road. You'll see a giant globe.
After you've tested the Kraken blood, if you want more, come and see us, but the price will be higher. This is the sample rate.
Oh, fine. Okay. Well, I'm sure we can work out a deal, friend. After all.
Of course.
Of course. And he kind of, lets out a slight, grin.
What was your name, by the way?
My name?
Yes.
Is Torgoggle.
Torgobble?
Torgoggle.
Well, I'm Hesken. This is...
I'm not introducing myself.
This is one of my party members. The Bangle Beg. And Kalsifer. Thank you for your business and thank you for your information.
Yes. You're most welcome. Consider this free information as a token of our friendship. And he goes about his way examining this vial of blood that you guys sold to him. We'll go over to you guys in the bar real quickly.
Didn't use it on.
Right.
You
Except
got
not really you.
Oh yeah.
Come on, that this.
so you guys head into the bar.
I like your blue hair, Nepis.
Oh, thank you.
It's very blue.
I really thought blue was a good color.
I think that I like
Personally.
it. It's better than the usual brown, blonde, and stuff. It's good to be unique.
Yes, I do like being unique. I wish other people would learn how to be themselves and unique, but it's very hard sometimes. But then again, nobody is perfect, not even yours truly.
I don't think so.
You guys do eventually make it into the bar, into the inn, followed behind the drunken Captain Balrog.
Still drunk.
Welcome! And it's a orc missing his right tusk piece.
Nice.
In its place, he has a gold band around the broken tusk. Welcome, everyone! Welcome, friends!
Yeah.
Drinks and tables!
Yeah. Oh, as I go in with the crew, because I'm kind of blending in
Right.
since I'm with the orc crew. I want to perceive the bar to see if
Okay.
there's any brotherhood or anyone that stands out as maybe.
Yeah, someone who might stand out as a part of that group.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Roll a perception.
19.
You don't see any cloaks that resemble the Brotherhood. There are a few people that look at you, and they kind of, they kind of look at you guys as you stick out. You stick out compared to most of the people in this tavern.
Yeah, so they're not around from here.
Right. You're in the marketplace right now.
Oh, I thought we followed them all into the thing.
No, we split.
No, we
Nope,
don't.
we
Oh,
split up.
you guys are on their story right now. Okay,
Correct.
never mind.
I think Anepis actually sticks out since we're just
Correct.
we're a herd of orcs.
Yeah, she definitely sticks out the most. I mean, you semi-stick out due to the fact you're in more, nicer-looking clothes and you're a half-orc.
Yeah.
But there are half-orcs here and stuff. But Anepis definitely sticks out as a blue-haired orc. Welcome! And he...
Blue-haired.
I'm not an orc.
Today you're an orc. Drink.
Correct.
You said a blue-haired orc.
No,
I am not an orc.
okay, I'm sorry. A blue-haired elf.
Half-elf.
Half-elf. Well, yes.
Or actually.
Half elf, half drunk today.
My friend, what can I do for you today?
Another round, please.
Another round? You look wasted enough already, pal.
Another round, I said.
Another round.
For all
Me
his
and my
crews.
friends, my new friends.
All right.
Drinks on the captain.
30 gold piece for
Take
everyone
it.
on the house.
Take it.
And he grabs the gold. All right, lads. Make a round for everyone on the house. And there are several barmaids, some humans, some orcs, even a couple elves.
Singing, dancing,
Yep.
drinking.
Yep. There's a small halfling playing
Nice.
playing a lute, or a lute.
Yep.
Yeah. Playing a lute. There is a there is a gnome playing a flute. And then there is a fat female orc singing a song.
She called her Big Bertha.
Not
hey sailor, there's that big girl you're talking about.
I was looking for turtles.
You guys are disgusting.
and they serve you guys each a round of some of their strongest stuff. Anepis sits in a corner.
Now she's not sitting with us.
Well, she.
Rambunctious bunch.
Why
the party
would
bunch.
she sit with you guys?
Hey, it's fun to be with. The
You're
party
not
group.
even here.
She is sitting in the corner.
Like let's just put like a rag over a towel over the staff so she can't so Alicia can't see anything. What's going on? For all of you who can't see, I'm getting a death stare right now.
So he's taking out information, correct?
What's that?
Or he's just looking for somebody to take it out?
Yeah, you do see that there is one person that gets up as you guys sit down after you get your drinks and they walk out of the bar. They kind of do a double take back at you guys and they just kind of scurry on out. Anepis does talk to you.
Okay, yay.
She says, it's so nice to be able to walk around.
Yes, well,
You take this for granted. I never understand people like you.
what is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, you guys don't think of how great it is to walk around. Never spend days or years or millennia trapped in a staff or a weapon. Well, not a millennia, but
Yeah, I was about to say.
years. At least 100 years.
Yeah.
No, I have not spent 100 years trapped in a staff, and I don't intend to spend 100 years trapped in a staff in Abyss.
Yes, I hope you don't, but perhaps you can do me a favor. I'm hoping that you can maybe free me from this. I'm not exactly keen on being stuck in a staff forever.
How would I go about freeing you?
I don't know, maybe try to find some really strong wizards or something. Maybe find, what's his bucket? I forget his name. He was the one who put us in here.
Balthazar?
Yeah, that one. That guy. Maybe you can make a deal with him or something. I don't know.
From what I've learned about Balthazar, I don't really want to make a deal with him.
Oh? Why?
For one, he trapped you in these weapons.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean...
So basically, you want me to make a deal with somebody who trapped you in a weapon. Most likely he'll want to trap me in a weapon. So you're basically wanting to trade my freedom for yours.
Maybe he can free me if you, I don't know, do something. I just want to be free, that's all. It's so boring. Being stuck, not able to move. Well, I mean, I can move inside the staff, but it's pretty boring.
I don't think I could trust Balthazar, though. But I could try and find a way to get you out.
Okay, well, I'm kind of bored of this place. Maybe if we see something a little more exotic, you can let me know. Last time I saw this place, although it wasn't very big, but it was a small, nice port at one point, but...
You've been here before?
Oh, yes. Once on a journey sent by Balthazar. But we were very simply sent to save the city. Well, you guys actually kind of dealt with the creature for us, but yeah. Basically, we were sent to stop this giant creature in the ocean, and we failed. So, yeah, the Kraken.
We failed fighting the Kraken?
Yeah, you see, we kind of ended up getting a bit sidetracked. So much of the ships that were supposed to make it to land with troops during the Great War never actually made it.
How did you get sidetracked? What did you get sidetracked by?
Turtles.
Promise of power, I guess.
From who? Who promised you power?
Well, there was a book. A very ancient book.
A book?
A book.
What was this book called?
Hold on while I create a name for it.
No, I have a name for it. I'm just trying to...
Book of Spaghetti.
Yo ho, birds list for me.
Total anatomy book?
No. No. She says, Anepa says, it was a book on portals. Specifically, I was looking for dimension hopping portals.
Dimension hopping portals.
Yes.
And did you find this book?
Not really.
Okay, you either found it or you didn't.
There was some clues, but I didn't actually get a chance to go follow the clues.
And what were these clues?
Well, there was supposedly a sunken city in the sand that was kind of the starting point of, like, or at least there was supposedly a sunken city in the sand that held great knowledges. A lost library, so to speak. Supposedly they carry lots of spell books there.
Really?
Among other things, of course, but...
Huh. And where was it said that this lost city in the sand might be?
Well, that's the thing. It's been over 100 years. I don't really remember much. The only thing I do remember is that it was somewhere on this continent.
Is there anything else you can tell me about this?
Just that it had the ability to kind of show you how to travel around into what is called the astral plane. Lets you travel around to different worlds and multi-worlds.
Is that how Balthazar does it?
She kind of shrugs her shoulders. I don't know how Balthazar does it. I just know that he's super powerful. Obviously, he was powerful enough to do this to me. I'm stuck sharing a body with you.
Maybe if I could find this book or this lost library, I might be able to find a spell.
It's possible. I think we're on the same page for once.
That's awesome.
Yes. Yes, it is. Now then, you can have your body back for now. I'm done. This place is boring. Horgarn bores me a bit. Don't tell him I said that, though.
Oh, I will.
That little flirt. And she disappears. And you gain control of your body back.
Ooh,
I looked back. I was like, oh, it's Alicia. Man, I looked away for 1 second, and you just had to come back. I was just having such a good time with the Nepis.
Alicia is back. Drink.
Hold on. Nepis thinks you're boring.
That would be something you would say, Alish. You know, from our time together, I know you best.
Sounds like a bar fight is a brew.
Bar fight? A bar fight, you say? Tavern brawl!
Oh my gosh!
Are you serious?
Call me a fathead orc.
What'd you say?
I hope he's not talking to the barkeep, because I want to talk to him.
No, the barkeep doesn't say anything. He's the one that yells tavern, or someone yells tavern brawl, and he's just like,
Bartender.
he's like, no.
I just finished the lease on this place.
There is a small little tavern brawl starting to break out.
Like a turtle. Fuck.
So
got a booty like a turtle.
there is a slight brawl that breaks out. Bottles are being thrown and broken.
During this, I'm gonna quietly slip out.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Stealth check.
Stealth check.
I don't like when you make me roll checks because I never succeed.
Split
Maybe
the party into three?
Maybe that box is
her
cursed.
body back.
That you have, that your spell box is cursed.
Yeah, so when you try to sneak out...
to escape! Get her!
Jumper!
What? Someone's leaving? Stop her!
Someone's leaving the bar.
Like,
Taught you to have a drink.
Really?
No, there is a dwarf that he's like blocking the door and he's like has his fisticuffs ready to
Put him up. Put him up.
show him where it's at, lass.
Just hit him right in the crotch with your staff. Just whack!
Uh,
I don't want to fight the dwarf. I just want to leave. I don't want to fight him.
One of the crew members from Balrog basically picks up the dwarf and just kind of tackles him.
Or I was about to say, is he gonna toss him?
Yeah, he's gonna tackle him. So he basically like kind of picks him up and tackles him. The doorway is open if you want to leave.
Okay. I'm
For those of you that would like to stay into the bar fight, which is mainly you,
Those two.
And him.
you two, if you would like to stay into the bar fight, you can.
I'm sticking to this. Well, I'm just sticking to the side.
Okay.
To where I'm not gonna fight because I'm gonna talk to the barkeep.
Yeah, that's fine. The barkeep does he whistles loud enough. Everyone stops. He says, "All right, you know the rules. Gather around in a square." And people make a square. I don't want you messing up the place. All right, whoever wants to fight in this brawl, let's get it on. Bettings will start at 10 gold apiece. Who wants
putting him in.
Hey, I got nothing to do with this.
Ask this. Do you know Horgarn?
Or, no, just be like, I got a question for you. Do you know Hesken, the greatest gladiator of Eden Aurora?
Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
Everyone kind of, Hesken? We know Hesken.
He's out there somewhere. Go fight him.
Go fight Hesken? Yeah! Go get Hesken! And three people go out to go towards Hesken.
Only 3?
It's gonna be epic.
I was hoping for like a crowd.
Well, there's 3 of them that are gonna go get Hesken and bring him into this bar fight.
Run up to him in the market.
Yeah. One of them runs back and says, "Where's he at?"
The market, I think.
Oh, what does he look? Oh, yeah, okay.
What does he look like?
You know what he looks like.
Yeah, that's why he's like, oh, yeah, right. I mean, he's been drinking.